back to the Imaxit YouTube platform. I'm your host, JD. If you're new, please do consider to like, share, and definitely subscribe. And if you're a member of the channel, massive respect to you, lovely one, that kept checking out this channel. Yeah, really and truly appreciate it. And for persons that want to become a member, if it's available to you, you're going to see a join button. You do click it, and YouTube will guide you along the way to complete the process. All right. So as you saw by the title, extreme disrespect right across the board after a big crash out there by Jamaica Reggae Boyz out of the Gold Cup. Was it deserved? That's the question I'm going to ask. I'm going to outline all of the disrespect right across the Concacaf itself. All right? Yes. And then I will answer you if it was deserved or not. All right? Yeah, man. Let me make sure I put this thing up so people can hit the like button. All right? All right, so that's good. That's good. All right, so Martin, big up yourself. Your fan club, Sham6, Triple E, Joseph Brown, my brother, Math, Mike Newton. Thanks for being here. Yes. So, anyways, let me go through it. Let me go through the games, and obviously this is gonna still share right throughout all the Gold Cup because all of my videos are always Concacaf approved mainly. All right, yes. So it's not just Jamaica centric, but and even if it's Jamaica centric, it will still spin through Concacaf. All right, yes. So anyways, Jamaica lost 4-1 against Panama, and with that 4-1, Jamaica would be finishing in the third position. All right, third position, because they did got 3 points against Guadeloupe. And to be honest, if you had watched the Guadeloupe game, you would say that maybe the best Jamaica deserved out of that game would have been a point, based on the performance that they put out there, and also even calls, because calls could have went Guadeloupe's way. All right, anyways, no, this game Jamaica lost 4-2, 4-1, yeah, and the commentator was literally disrespecting Jamaica inside of the video itself. People sent me all of them, but I will compile everything and put it in my video. All right, saying that Cephas, the commentator was pretty much saying that Cephas level of intellect is just very low. Jamaica ain't reaching nowhere. If Jamaica wins a game in the World Cup qualifiers, playing like this, would be surprised. You understand me? So I don't know if it's because I heard others saying what they think is the problem and why they are being so harsh, which I could agree with them. All right, but I think it's because the expectations from people coming in would have been, oh, the English players them coming into the country will make the team extra good, and they will be ranked as one of the top 5 in CONCACAF, and based off you being a top 5 team, you would always be one to come out of the group. Worst if you have 3 of the best teams out of the top 5 literally not taking taking part in anything. All right, so it leaves 2. Big up yourself, J. Ross, Marlon, Rookie, Chris, and Omar Fowling. All right, yes. So I think that's where the angriness coming from outside people, because these are not Jamaicans, and that's why they're so upset. Because if you look at Alexis Leilas and all of those guys, the way they talk about Jamaica, they want them to be good. They want them to be good. Big up yourself, Jason Gunner. They want them to be good, but I just believe that it's a letdown over and over. Yeah, so before we get into the details, yes, so those are the 2 key points. I saw videos Jamaicans are fraud. Jamaica Reggae Boyz, they're talking, not the entire Jamaica. They're saying Jamaica are frauds. My Mexican virgin, him in his video, he's saying that Jamaica is an embarrassment, and because they get talked about so much, and they do so little. So maybe that's also a point that makes people feel so sad, because like if you're not good, people want you to go away. you know. But I think that guy don't know the culture. That's why he went up like that. It's Deadball TV, I heard saying that, you know. But I had said that in one of my videos to say that I'm going to gauge how I do talk on Jamaica on my Wemaxit channel, because I don't think they warrant the extra talking. I can do it on my next platform, which is mainly Jamaica, but on an international one, it makes no sense to surround the conversation around Jamaica, because Jamaica is not one of the top teams and maybe never be one of the top teams, because in history we were never one of the top teams as well, you know. Yeah, so I understand his point, but yeah, I think it's slightly little bit disrespectful when they go over the top, you know, like the frauds claim and stuff. But I can feel they're upset because they've wasted a lot of time, just like myself, wasted a lot of time in the team, and what they've delivered is definitely subpar. But if the reason why we can stay and still put up more effort, it is because I know the inner workings. I know that, oh, it's not just because Jamaica has overseas players why they're going to perform good. That would have worked in an American system. That would have worked in a mix. Okay, Jero said no one disrespecting any no one respect us anymore. Okay, yeah. I clearly that's the case. TEDx Neil, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. So my point was to say, because my point was to say is, the reason why me and most of you guys are still here is solely based on we know the inner workings, and we are trying to stop that false narrative. I saw, even because, you know, that's when the xenophobic ones, because that's our true nature, you know, to be envious and xenophobic, you know. That's our true nature, you know, in our culture, you know, believe me, you know. So now they got the opportunity to come out. I saw some of these guys. I have a clip in my phone. Maybe I need to play it. No, it's not, it's on that phone. That's why I can't play it, because the Instagram is on that phone. So I can't play it. So a radio station, they were talking about the Reggae Boys game, and they admitted that it was a bad game, terrible game, this, that. And the first thing they led to is it was best you use some local man and make a local team, because we wouldn't get embarrassed like that. You understand me? And I had to comment on that and said, if you had used a full-fledged of local players, maybe they would have looked a little bit more cohesive to you, because that's what your eyeball can understand. So it might look a little bit more cohesive to you, and it might just be that in a vacuum and in context, but you would have gotten 3 pairs of 6 love very easy. Because even the best team in Jamaica, Guadeloupe would have given 6. I am telling you, Mount Pleasant would have gotten a 6 from Guadeloupe. Mount Pleasant would have gotten a 6 from Guadeloupe. So they talk, I think what we need to put in front of most people's eyes are education, and tell them to speak on things that they do know. You understand me? Do know. Because I had to write it down and said, no, RR, I understand what you don't agree, but RR, I'm tired for teaching the things here. Pacific FC give Waterhouse 6. And they would have given Cavaliers 6 as well, and given everybody in Jamaica 6. Sometimes I think sometimes people tend to want to talk on something, but all right, look, you guys saw it always, you know, but you just never knew what it is. Look back when Jamaica playing any USA U20 team, perfect example. And you're wondering what's going on when you see people moving back ways. You know that Jamaicans are so fast. At 20 years old, we are still some of the fastest persons in the world. So how come we put a 20-year-old team on the field and a 20-year-old American team, which is not faster than Jamaica, you know, but Jamaica keep on running back way in both ladies and men? Because you have more things to football than just aggression. I think aggression might be the least used thing in a football game. Dominance. You understand me? Stefan Jordan said, I sometimes underestimate just how objective you are, JD. I watched the Pacific Waterhouse game live. Thank you, Big Boss. Yeah. So we had watched that and cry. I saw water 25 minutes in a game, water dropping out of people's eyes on their keyboards. And I'm saying to people that, yes, you're seeing reaction timing. One team is more educated, they're fitter. I've not said faster because you can be fitter and not faster. But you're educated, so that means when I move, first thing, I'm going to set a triangle and the ball will move. It doesn't matter how fast you are. You can't defy logic. You can't move faster than the football. It doesn't matter how fast you are. And they ran rings around Jamaica. It was like, it makes no sense. And you know why it never made no sense? Because we never had no system. We never had no time to coach. All right. And those players are so elite and they had everything going their way. They had the education going their way. They have the ample time. They had the professionalism and the belief. They knew what they were going to do before they went out there. Jamaica never knew what they were going to see when they went out there. They never knew what they wanted to do, you know. But they never knew what to expect. So they came on the pitch watching the next team, and then reacting off the next team. So that tells me you don't know nothing at all about the game, that you're in. So on that field, you have to start figuring out things on that field. And by the time they start to try and figure out things, the next team already calculate what you don't know. That means you never came on the field with any intention of playing. You just came out to try and nullify what I am going to do, and clearly you don't know. And by that, you're under 4-love. And after that, the United States tried to start avoiding injuries and stuff. And that's why it made the scoreline not 20. Because if they wanted to score 20 on Jamaica, they would have scored 20 on Jamaica. It's not hard because approach is everything. Education is everything. You understand me? And I think people's arguments should always be based around education. And I think maybe you will not get so angry. You understand me? Because if you know what will happen, you know, I think your outburst will be a little bit different. As I told you guys, I knew exactly what would happen before the game played. And I said that I don't think Jamaica will win this game. It's going to go in favor of Panama, because Panama have a well-rounded team and individual brilliance. Mike can get you a goal, but not more than that. You understand me? And I want to say that it was a chop and change with the Panama team. I have to put that in, but merely around the back line. But they are still a gel team. They have a plan. They have a coach that is there seasoned, and they matched all of Jamaica's skills that we depend on, which is speed and physicality. That's what Jamaica does always, and that's what the coach came in and said that that's what he wants to do. So Jamaica never had those advantages, which is speed and physicality. And they had the ability to pass, which is a technical ability. They had that. They had stamina, and they had IQ, which is the information given to them. So they had three areas that our coach said that he doesn't care about. That's what he says. He literally says he doesn't really care about that, you know. It's the heart and stuff, you know. He's from England, so I don't know where he gets this belief from, you know, because this can't come from school, you know. This can't come from school. This is just flat out something what a man talked to him around the corner. Yeah. So to be honest, yeah, I heard people saying that we got a lot of chances. Yeah. But I thought that it was geared to go. If Jamaica came out like they wanted to play, Panama would have gone to a different gear. It doesn't matter what Jamaica had done on the day, Panama would have beaten Jamaica. I'm very sorry, people. You know? So it doesn't matter what Jamaica did, Panama would have beaten Jamaica. Like, there's no way Jamaica would have came after that. Jamaica team would have came after field winning that game. It doesn't matter what you said, people. I'm telling you. They were embarrassed the way Jamaica came out and started to play, and they literally started to go through the gears. You could see that they are wondering what happened. Is this a plan? Is this a like you're trying to bait us into you don't want to play? Because when they gave them the ball over the right hand side, left hand side, and my boy saying, "What is this? This don't make any sense." So you're giving me the ball to just run at you? Diaz really looking like, okay, so I'm in the final third, and you give me the ball to run at you. People, you never say, people, the first 3 to 4 to 5 entries, it was designed by Jamaica, I don't know if people just look at the football, please. The first 3 to 4 to 5 entries, Jamaica gave Panama it, So they never did anything at all. They just said, I'm going to try and mark my box, my 18-yard box, and I'm going to give Diaz the ball over beside my 18-yard box. So you don't have to do anything in your defensive third or the midfield third. We're going to squeeze 21 players in my defensive third and your attacking third. I'm saying this is suicidal, man. And I said it live. I'm saying, people, Jamaica not going to hold on long in this game because they're going to score on them. Because there's no way you can't, even if you want to counter-attack, you cannot counter-attack from so deep. You have to have other ways to give people room so you can break. So I'm saying this, people, this is sad. This is sad. This is sad. This is sad. And so, but JD, you guys never talk about the real issue. Jamaican football has. Well, just state it, and then we can get into it, because I was just trying to set a stage as to what I saw to come back to the title of the video. Is it being disrespectful? That's what I wanted to come back to, because obviously the whole world that expected more from Jamaica, they're just disrespecting them, Yeah. Man score first half hat-trick pan Jamaica. Imagine if Ferrado, Bassinas and Karaskila played. And I don't even think it was based off who was missing. Because I think that if Jamaica came up and played hard, Panama could have still gone a next gear. You understand me? And they were like let down. They were like let go down. Dude, there is no infrastructure in place. So my reasoning just a while ago, Dan Frasser, you never hear that I just said. If I said a man come, I play United States, and he's trying to figure out what United States doing on the field, and I explain to you everything that they don't know, wouldn't that be still infrastructure, bro? I don't have to say each keyword. I think what I would do if I'm going to attack those things, I would have to have something visually on my screen so I can show it and we can explain it after. Infrastructure, Dan Frasser, it's what improves you. All right? So if you have a good feel, it is infrastructure, brother. And it aids your preparation. So if you have lack of preparation, it has to be for infrastructure. That's what I'm saying. So I don't have to say what you said, and I've never covered it. I covered it, but more like a less trying to go on that. I'm talking about what happened in these games. All right? So I can't just lay on, this, that. No. I'm talking about what happened in the game. So for another video, I will talk on that, Dan Frasser, all right? Infrastructure don't make players better. Many countries don't rely on that. EAD don't rely on infrastructure either. And that's why I said for this video, I will just concentrate on the games played and try to give you some reasoning why, Yes, EAD doesn't rely on infrastructure because they don't have any. They don't have any time to do any training. But obviously their players are in good locations with good infrastructure, just like Jamaica as well. The only ones them that don't have the good infrastructure are the local ones. Them don't have the good infrastructure, but everyone else has it. So it's hard. So it's hard for you to come and blame infrastructure When unless you're saying, oh, because they want to force local players in the team, so that's why you could talk about infrastructure. But all the other players, them that's playing on the field, they have good infrastructure, very very good. Maybe some of the best because they're in England playing. All right, Dan Foster. That's why I'm saying for this one, let me concentrate on the task at hand. So were these people being disrespectful? I would say no. I would say no, they aren't being disrespectful. I think they tried to give Jamaica the right praise based on the player pool that Jamaica has. You understand me? Um, the right, they are educated people, so they try to evaluate and then give praise. So they expect Jamaica to be good with this set of people. Period. But the problem is what they don't know is the inner workings to say that Jamaica will never accept the best set of players. They will always put something in the cog to make sure you have a problem on the field. And I'm telling you people, just like a one player can make you good, one player can break down your whole team. And you realize, and I think maybe this is a perfect time for me to put that one in the conversation. One player can make you just as bad as one player can make you just as good. I want you to hear what I just said here. One player that I remember the one game. Go back and watch it. Canada versus Jamaica in Canada. In Canada. You had Greg Lee played with a back line. And I'm telling you, every time Greg Lee got his line correct, but because everyone was actually I'm doing hold on, let me finish, and then I'm gonna take on all the comments. Don't worry yourself, I'm gonna go back to it, you know. All right, so you guys want me to read the comments, or you want me to lay out my points? And you know, let me see how much time I have. 2:30, so I have 1 more hour. Thanks for the likes on the video. Massive respect, people. You know, I want it. Oh, you want me to say what I'm saying and then read from what you guys are saying? Okay. Yeah, because sometimes I wanted it to sound as coherent. I never wanted to stop halfway. And yeah, so people, I'm gonna read the comments now, so you can drop a comment. One player can make a team very good, and one player can make a team very bad. One weak link, and players are educated, and I think what we do in this space a lot is to omit education from football. You know, and put the art, everything that we can't quantify, we put into the conversation. I don't know if it's to make us feel like we're unstoppable. So we try to always put that into the talks. And I think we have to move from that. Education is everything. Everything in football. Everything. All right? Because education tells you what you need to be to the next level, to upgrade. All right? So education is everything. Nothing else matters more than education. It tells you what fitness level you need. It tells you exactly what is required to get the job done. So if a man starts and try to omit education from the conversation, I think you have to rely on God. And I've already told you that God don't favor anybody else. All right, because God is always a fear God, so you wouldn't differentiate from any one individual to favor that one. No, you have to go out there and work hard and plan for your game, and have multiple plans. So that means if point A don't work, you have point B or C, because maybe your rival has plan A, B, and C to counter you. You understand me? And that's how it works. You get me? Based on how I heard, big up yourself, D-Max. Based on how I heard the coach talking, in my opinion, I think the coach have lost his way. He got too sucked into trying to be a culture rather than playing the football. You know, you understand me? And develop his own culture around the football. I think he got too sucked in and started to believe into certain hypes that were not actually present. And he got the reality check. He had said that maybe this what happened at the right time. Because it's like he gets to figure out something. I don't know what is wrong with him. He keeps saying these things, and then he says, everybody has to promote. Everybody, like, this squad is going to be picked pretty much based off performances. When I heard that, when I heard him, people, were you listening to him? I'm saying, so what are you telling me? Big up yourself, Brian. Thanks for being here. What are you telling me, that you weren't picking the team? Because you can take out these things from what he's saying, you know. Because if you're going to tell me that the opponent is very good, my team is going to be picked on merit. My team is going to pick on merit. What? And then the last game you were telling me the opposite. That education no matter in a football, and just this and that. Why are you going back on your word? I think the coach, at this point, the coach is just saying things in each press conference for the moment and not actually what took place. You know? He's saying, let me know if you got that same feeling, because he's kind of going back on his own word. You know? Because you just said, system no matter, and this no matter, is just the pride and the energy and matching the intensity. Which some part of what he said, you know, was right, you know, because matching intensity is important. You learn that in school. But education is important, because that's how you match the intensity of the next team. Because you need to know what the next team is coming back with. So you know what reps you need to put in. You know what, you remember, these players are machines. You have to get them to the level that is required. So I think he's not talking like that. He's not, I don't think he's feeling the passion. When you saw Canada coach, he's telling you about, oh, he's getting these players into the right level, the right groove. He's not taking nobody lightly. He's planning, over planning, because he wants to have 3, 4, 6, 7 different plans. So you have no chance to win when he comes out here with you. You know, you can see it, and sometimes the Canadian coach, he's American, and he's almost mad. You saw them suspend him the other day. He's giving everything. He's not leaving anything out. You understand me? So when you see the man at the top being successful, talking about education so much, and the next man that has so much talent, talking about education don't matter, boy, oh boy, it's hard for you to believe, even if you don't know about that, how much education is important in the actual job. You start questioning, because why this man with him passion and art can't win no game, and the next man we are talking about education and might have slightly less talent, which I think now in Jamaica, Canada don't have less talent than Jamaica. Canada actually have more talent than Jamaica now in their actual 23s. You understand me? But why he's being so successful and we are failing? You understand me? Yes. JD, the game passed him a long time ago, sir. And how he's delusional as hell. If someone call him delusional, I can't, you know, I can't complain, because you're saying things that's not matching up. You understand me? It's not working. What you're saying is like, you're going to not tell the players them nothing. They're going to go out there with their passion and art, and their normal talent will get them over the line. So my question back to you, why I need a coach then? Because that's what the people will ask, you know. Why I need a coach? Because if you tell me that no education gets into football, and it's passion and art, and you want it. So I am training at my club that gives me education. I'm already fit. So why me need you? And why you need a job? Doing said, JD, the coach tell you the English ballers not as good as you believe. So you got that from the coach, because at all times English ballers were not alone on the field. It was everybody. So what are you saying? Or you're just more xenophobic, so you wanted to point out one thing. And if you had heard me spoke on anything, I've always said Jamaica team is not as good as what you guys believe. So you can't bring that to me and said the English players them. So Dwayne, you have said enough, and I know that you're xenophobic, and it's okay to be what you want to be. But I thought that he was talking about the general statement of everybody, which when I'm talking, I am talking about everybody. said they were not as good as what people believe, and we have to temper our expectations. So you can't bring it back to me and said, oh, what you believe, brother. That just sounds like you're just going into like what I heard on the radio. Or pick a bunch of man and put into JD 7 born English players and 4 local, yet you all talk about quota. Yeah, but Travis, the team have 95% English, or no, it doesn't have 95% English. Brother, let me talk. I agree with you. The team is not as good as what we all believe. Maybe me less, because I've always been the one that was perceived as negative. I think most of you guys came to my plane now because reality hits. You understand me? So you can't drag me into the majority of who was evaluating the team as a top ilk team, because I never did. I never ever did. All right? Yes. I was surprised it took so long to reach this point, because I knew that the only way we could have kept above the water and keep on producing is to keep a standard. But if you keep on twinkling with the squad and mixing players, I knew that this day would have come. You know, it came before, you know, but maybe not on this big stage. You understand me? And worst off, the only bragging point we had before was to do consistently well in the Gold Cup. You understand me? So maybe that's why it hurts so much, because we have always done consistently well in the Gold Cup. But nobody actually checked to say that majority of the times they had weakened squad from the bigger teams in the Gold Cup. So how much impact that had and how we did in the Gold Cup. And now we have realized that changed, because Canada Gold Cup squad is their first team. Mexico Gold Cup squad is their first team. Panama Gold Cup squad is their first team. And United States has a mixed B to C and A players. So it is much more closer than previous years. So how much of that you put into the conversation to say why Jamaica never did well? All right? Because we did play Panama in that little spell. We did play Guatemala that played better than us in the last Gold Cup, and we squeaked a 1-0 victory, where in which Damara Gray assisted Bell and he scored that goal, if you remember well. And our coach came out and said, if we play as bad as what we play against Guatemala and still won the game, we are going to get embarrassed against Mexico. And we went out there and got embarrassed against Mexico as well. But because it was Mexico, nobody talks about it so long, because we expect Mexico to be better than us. You understand me? So is it that it's because it's Panama we got embarrassed against? Because Mexico did us the same thing, you know. Last Gold Cup, Mexico did us the same thing, if not worse, because we never had no spell in the game that we did anything. No spell in the game we did anything against Mexico. So Mexico game was worse than this. But is it because it's Mexico why we don't talk about it? So people, I like this, you know, I like this because a lot of truth coming out. Because I kept saying this for years, you know. All right? We kept saying this for years, all right? So why we don't talk about Mexico the same way? It's not the first time Panama embarrasses us. Yes, when they beat us 3-0. But I'm saying, Peter, but Mexico beating was very bad. Even the Panama game that we lost 3-0 in Jamaica, Brian, we still forced some creation in the end. You understand me? When the guys them tried to figure it out and get it on the field, correct, we still did something. But for Mexico game, we never did anything. We tried to rise our level and we get beat down again, Peter. Go back and watch that game. Every time we rise our level in a Mexico game, they beat us down like we are their little baby. You understand me? We are like we're their little baby. You understand me? But I never heard anybody talk about that game that way. You know, that game was a bad game. And the coach come out and say, yeah, we did the same thing like Guatemala and we never deserved nothing from this game. You understand me? So I'm just asking why. Probably 2 reasons. It was semi-final and it was this was out a group stage. Okay, so 2 reasons. It was a semi-final. Okay, so so we have something that we can brag on, because maybe that was our expectations. Okay, and it was not in the group stage. which is kind of connected. Okay, fair enough. But I'm just saying, remember the USA team that we met was a B2C USA team at the time. Jason, we never dominated that team. We only talk about Liam Bailey missing the penalty, and maybe when we go 2-up, we would have gone on to win the game. But USA was a better team in that game. USA was still a better team in that game overall. So if we just take the overall package of the game, USA was a better team in that game. You understand me? So, it was the only real top team we actually met at the time. We got embarrassed, Jason. So it was the only top team we met at the time. We got embarrassed. We met a half-decent Guatemala team, and they played better than us, which the coach admitted. This is also our first time not progressing out of the group stage since okay, so you're saying because, so you're saying what I'm saying, Peter, because that's the same thing I'm saying. That's the same thing I'm pretty much saying. Oh, God. What happened to Travis now? Because Travis are texting me. People, when you leave Travis alone, man. When you leave Travis alone, alright? Because I have my stream and I can't, but because this was just a me reason with the people and stuff, and I can't have to pay Travis directly, mine. So people, when you leave Travis, once him not cuss nobody, just leave him, make him talk. Alright, if he don't understand what I'm saying, if he doesn't understand what you guys are saying, just avoid Travis. Let him just speak freely. Alright, yeah. Because there must something happen in the chat. JD, the Federation. Alright, so let me remove this. So Travis gone and tell people about their mother. I just said to leave him alone, and he came and tell people about their mother. So I just remove Travis. Remove that comment from Travis. And I will give him a last opportunity for not don't cuss nobody. And people wanna leave Travis alone. Let him just talk. Let him just talk. Once him tell him about his mother, but if him tell him about his mother, you can block him. But once him tell him about his mother, just leave him, make him talk. Alright? Anything interpret what I've said, even if it's misguided, you leave him, make him talk. And just don't at him, leave him alone, make him just talk by himself. Alright? Yes. No, that's that. I removed the messages a while ago, and I said if he tells someone about their mother again, I'm gonna block him. But because I did not know what took place before, so I'm just showing Travis grace. And as what I've said, if he doesn't tag anybody or call anybody name, I'm gonna just leave him alone. All right? Yes, I'm begging you, please. I'm not into I never came here with a bad energy or nothing. Yeah, I never came here with a bad energy. I just came here so we can reason out football and stick on education. I was just here trying to talk about education for 37 minutes. You understand me? And that's if you listen to my arguments, you know, at all times when I came on YouTube, it was nothing to fight about with anybody, you know, it's just to provide more knowledge. You know, so we keep on learning more, trying to provide more knowledge. All right, and we are having a good conversation. All right, yeah, man. So let me continue. I'm going to act as if that never happened, and we just continue. All right, yeah, man. So massive respect everyone coming in. Please do it, like button, share and subscribe. We have 120 likes. We have 200 plus people here. So what you do, double tap your screen if you're using a cell phone, and it will automatically like the video. All right, yes. So just do that for me, and we can run it up to 150, then we can go up to 200 or something, because this format is a little bit different, but it's easier for me to set up. So that's why I just do it when I'm on the road, and once I'm inside, then I can get all the analysis stuff set up, and we can go through things a little bit more detailed. All right, so sorry that I couldn't. Yeah, man. So as I said, people, don't block Travis. Just leave him, make him speak. Don't at him. Just let him speak. I will deal with it. All right. Yes. Just avoid it, Travis. Let him do him thing, and you guys just do your thing. All right. Yes. Once him not telling people about their mother, they move on. All right. So, anyways, now we are on a good point. We are got a good point. We just found out that it is because we came out. World media, please leave Travis alone. Leave him alone, please. So because we admitted that Mexico was better than us, and because we reached that far, but we never faced anybody at all. So should the treatment be the same? Because if we never faced the difficulty as to what we faced, because remember, you know, people were actually saying if Jamaica will be coming out of this group, you know, based off 2 teams coming out of this group, you know. And remember at the time Guatemala was leading the actual group, And we had Panama that we already knew that were our bogey team. So why are we overreacting now when we were saying we're not sure if Jamaica would be coming out of the group? Listen to me. Yes, Banga, that's the Banga. That's why I'm trying to reason out every single thing. All right. Remember. So all I'm saying here, remember this conversation, go back to the when the draw happened, people were saying, we said here, you have a possible chance Jamaica don't come out of the group. So why when we don't come out of the group, we act a little bit surprised? And what I did now, is to match it with the last performances and show you the amount of teams we had. Remember, we had Trinidad and an ex-Caribbean team. I forgot what was it. St. Kitts. We had St. Kitts and we had Trinidad. You understand me? And then we have USA C to B team. And when we played the C to B team, we weren't better than them. They were slightly better than us. And Guatemala was slightly better than Jamaica. And then we get embarrassed by Mexico. So look at what I'm saying, people. The only difference now, we got Guatemala earlier. We got Guatemala earlier. We got Guatemala earlier. They were still better than us, like how they were better than us the last time. And then Panama normally be better than Jamaica, and they were better than Jamaica again. So I would say that the only point we have to curse is to say that Guadeloupe and the overall performances in its entirety was so bad. So that's the only thing we can be here cursing out, because it was the same thing. So what I'm pretty much saying to you, Jamaica have not improved over the last 6 years. They have not, no, over the last 4 years, they have not actually improved. Because this was the same thing we were doing. Or maybe we have regressed. Maybe we have regressed as well. Because if you said that it's based on the poor performances we are complaining about, that means Jamaica have regressed. Yes, so maybe it's because we have regressed. That's what people complain about, which is fair. You have all rights to complain about that, because you brought in a new coach, you're getting more players on the roster. No, not on the roster, in the pool, because some of them ain't getting picked and will never get picked as well for Jamaica. It doesn't matter how good they are, they might never get picked for Jamaica. It's still things like that, So what's the solution? The solution, people, because we're identifying all of those problems for 42 minutes. All right? So what's the solution? We have just touched one of them. We realize that education is needed. Education is needed. Higher level players would have attained more education. So that means we need higher level players only in the team. All right, higher level playing players only in the team. We need an educator in the team that can match the level of education coming in the team. So if you want higher level players, then that can click early on, you should be able to continue on their education. You get me? Because if they think you don't know as much as them, it's going to be hard for you to convince them what you're saying is actually good enough. So you need an educator that is above them, So this coach, he talks about dismiss education. I don't think he's needed. You need somebody else, like a Pochettino or somebody else that they know they're seeing every day. And they are bringing in new styles and teaching them. So bringing higher level players, higher level coaching right there. So those are the first two things. And cut out with the and full autonomy for the coach. So bring in a new coach, seek only high level playing players, and full autonomy, and leave out this. The national team need to flow into the JPL, because the JPL need money need money. People, I'm using the phone, so if you text me on the phone, it's gonna stop my stream and trip up my stream. Yes, so the intertwine with JPL and the national team is actually a destruction to the national team. It's a destruction, because I think a lot of these people don't actually want to trouble the national team here, because they need the money from the national team here, but because they want the sure money from the JPL by selling players and highlighting players. That's where the problem coming from. You understand me? And let me broad it out so for people can't understand, because they're gonna say, but enough JPL players wasn't on the field. I am not talking about that. I'm talking about the limitation of the team, because Canada can pick 23 players that they want something from the entire 23 players. So if Leon Bailey not playing good, you can go to Tyrese Campbell and say, Tyrese Campbell, if you don't play good, you're not coming back to the national team. You understand me? You're not coming back, because this is the standard we want. So you're gonna do exactly what Leon Bailey does, because if you don't do it, Mother still are coming back for you. You understand me? I think the surety for spots in the national team is very bad. You understand me? So education from a coach, the standard of selection need to rise. And oh, ironic, that's what the coach talking about now. He's gonna watch and analyze everybody, what level they're playing with. So that's how he's gonna pick his team. That's how you should have been picking a team from day one, because that's how everybody picked their team. That's how you should have been doing it. You shouldn't be telling me no. Doing, listening and understand what I've just said is important, because clearly, maybe I was talking above what you actually wanted to understand. You never heard what I've said, and you never understood what I've said. So what I would tell you, re-watch this part of the video when the video finishes, and then comment under my video. Because you said I am mixing up myself, and I think you just never understood what I've just said. You just never understood. Sometimes I'm saying some things, and it just fly over your head. All right? Oh my God. It doesn't matter what you're saying about higher level players don't play good. Maybe they don't have respect for the literal coach. So that's why I said three things combined, intertwined. Let me spill it out Jamaican style for you to understand what I just said. But everybody understood what I just said. God damn, I was not mixed up. I was so clear. It's the clearest I've been on my stream. My God. Like the man just want to refute. He just want to fight against me. Do we? What is wrong with you, bro? You never understand. I don't have to tell you exactly word for word. The player them don't respect the coach, because the coach disrespect the man them, and I don't play higher level players. And sometimes maybe statics. Not sometimes, maybe. I know sometimes they don't believe that his statics work, and they push back on him. And that's why players don't make the team in the end too as well. All right, and a lot of that happened in Jamaica, because Jamaica always want to pick sub-level coaches. And if you're taking high-level players, they're going to tell you that they're not doing this, because this can lead to more injuries. They are going to question things a lot more. That's why you need more education above them. Somebody that they're going to believe. If you couldn't understand what I'm saying, I don't need to spill out what I know for a fact. You understand me? God damn, man. So I'm telling you, Jamaica have reached a crossroad in which we have talent that can compete with everybody. But we just don't know what to do from this point, because we don't have the educated persons to tell us what to do or guide us in the right direction. So maybe the JFF overall pool is out of their depth. The coaching is out of their depth, because they have the players. The players are there. The pool of players are there to pick from. And Jamaica can be as competitive as everyone, all right? Oh, you said you understand what I'm saying, but you're telling me it's madness. Well, I'm telling you what I'm combining what I know for a fact. Fire the coach alone can't help. Fire the coach alone won't help either, people. It won't help. You know why it won't help? Because the other people are out of their depth. So firing the coach won't help. Mr. Speed never coached nobody bigger than Leon Bailey. He never coaches nobody bigger than Mikel Antonio. So how they are going to know what to do? And that's why I said they have set up structures based on their knowledge, and then expect bigger players to come in and feel comfortable with it, which they never really consult from you understand me? They think that they know everything, and I think that is where Jamaica is at their end wits, because they are at a point now where they can't push any further. No, Dwayne, we have the talent to compete with everybody. We have the talent to compete with everybody in the pool. Compete. I never said dominate or beat everybody consistently. Competing. We have the talent to compete. Guadeloupe compete with everybody. Jamaica have a better talent pool than Guadeloupe. Talent pool. Never said the selection that they did the other day. Talent pool. I told you what would happen in the Guadeloupe game, and it happened. So all I'm saying is, I've always said, seek knowledge if you don't have it. Stop acting like you know too much. So the JFF, Mr. Spadem, please seek other people before you make final decisions, because you are going to cost Jamaica the whole World Cup, because you guys are doing things that you came to the full conclusion on. And not people that are educated past you guys' CV. You understand me? So get the last coach that qualified Jamaica, Rene Simons, in. Let him be an advisor. These are the people should be advisor. Rene Simons should be Rene Simons should be a advisor on the board. He got the job done before. So Rene Simons should be one that you're trying to get on the board. Pay him to be an advisor. You get me? Pay him to be an advisor. That would have been a good, and also a man that can implement rules as well. Because Rene Simons was a person. Remember, look, none of them reached the World Cup before. Rene Simons have coached and built leagues around the world. So if him talk to Mikel Antonio have to understand. If him talk to King has to understand. If him talk to Blake have to respect him. Because the biggest thing Jamaica ever did in football is Rene Simons. You understand me? So those are the directions they have to start looking, and just stop with this politic thing, because it looks like Jamaica is more of a politic and footballing country rather than a country that wants to go to a World Cup. All right, we need leveled and well-maintained pitches in the JPL. Yeah, but that won't help, because we ain't picking JPL players. We ain't picking JPL players, right? All right, Garden, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Said you're watching from Ghana, the homeland. We ain't picking JPL players. Yeah, it will help to further our pool, but at this point, JPL can't help us. So really and truly, we have to fix that for the future. We have to fix that for the future. But no, JPL can't help us. You understand me? So what are we going to do? Just stop playing football? No, you said Rene came in and failed after? No, Rene never failed. Rene asked for something, and it was not given to him, and they mutually part ways, because they wanted to stuck with the way and force Rene Simons. So Dwayne, go do your history. They wanted Rene Simons to replicate exactly what he did, not qualifying Jamaica to World Cup, to replicate what he did, which is to improve the infrastructure. So don't jump to things that you don't know, Big Boss, because the coach tell you, and the people in the JFF tell me. That's what they wanted. That's what they're telling you now. So listen before you make conclusive statements. Rene Simons never failed. He never failed. They wanted him to replicate something that they can benefit off, because that's what they liked the last time. It was through the locals, and they get the benefits off through the locals, because people own the teams and they're in the federation as well, that own the teams, are around the federation. So that is two different things. All right, Simons offered his service and the JFF rejected him, and here we are now. Lone Wolf, yes, I think that's gonna be a good. Know yourself, please. Don't time out Travis, guys. Gonna stop time out Travis if he's not disrespecting anybody. All right? Don't know if you were here before, but I said as long as he's on the program and he's not disrespecting anybody, just don't time him out. Avoid him. Don't time him out. Please. All right? Please. Just let him just do what he want to do. He wants him to disrespect anybody. All right? Yes. So Dwayne, please go back and do your history. Because you see how fast you can make conclusive statements on people that are not Jamaican or born in Jamaica. And this is where I've always called you out. You can reason until you have to talk about actual other Jamaican born. Then you start to stutter all over the place. All right? Yes. So be fair. Be fair. And every coach, people, listen to me well. Every coach, it's the same problem. Every time they figured out what the problem is, that's when they remove them because their conclusion is they can't build a league. The league need way more work. And that's when they move on from them. Every single coach comes in, says the same thing. Anytime they started to talk on, yo brother, what you're trying to let me do on the side, I can't fulfill it. I'm trying to look for it, Umzo. So I think this coach might start to figure out. So I've not seen it. Can you copy and paste it back again? All right. So people, we have to. If you want Jamaica to be good at football, we have to stand up. Have some standard, and ask and force them. You're not buying a jersey. If they're gonna sell a subpar product. You understand me? You have to start. You have to boycott things. You get me? You have to boycott things. For people to get the understanding. And you make sure they know that you're boycotting it as well. You know, in order to get it right. All right? So you realize I don't come here in any manner of being disrespectful or over the top. I'm just telling you of what I know will work. You understand me? Why Usain Bolt did not play football for Jamaica? Usain Bolt is not as good in football as though he's in track and field. Dixit. Yeah? JD, a lot of Jamaican don't know what a good football shouldn't do or must not do. I had learned that around 2 years ago, Demarks, when I saw Whisper kick a ball from offline, and they were trying to convince me when I said that's one of the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And if he actually goes overseas and does the same thing, people will pull him or give him really call him out. And you know what happened, people? That's why you have to love the way I'm objective, you know, man. You have to love it. When I did that video, everybody disrespect me and said I'm a bad man Whisper when I was one of the first persons started to promote Whisper. You understand me? They said I was bad-minded. He went to England and did the same thing. And even the commentator said the backroom staff have to take it up with this kid because what kind of clueless thing you doing? So the same thing he did, you know, what he learned that is the bad habit he had in Jamaica, and he did it, you know, in Jamaica, and people railed the marks. And then when he did it, I have the clip. I can repost it on my channel. And I want to take the one from my time and one from England and show you that bad habits stick with people because you cheer it. So when you force bad habit, people keep it in with them, and when standards meet bad habits, you get called out for it and pushed aside as well. You understand me? So Demarks, you might be right there because I've used that situation and prove that yes, a lot of people watching the game, they don't know it and what they want from most of these players, because I think even with the English conversation, English players them, it's because they don't know what the guys are doing. I think a lot of them people don't know what they're doing. They don't know what the standard should be of a quality footballer. And that's why they don't play their success so much. Because even with Damara Gray, a lot of people complain that Damara Gray wasn't playing good. And I'm saying, no. I think you need to know the role that he was playing. But even when he scored those goals and assisted those goals, people railed more for Cephas. They started to convert penalty winning to assists because he's doing something that they have affinity towards. So he's all excitement. Even if 90% of the time the excitement not turning out to any end product and it's actually costing the team, it's what they can resonate to. You understand me? And that's what I was telling them. Now, he's 100% not delivering anything, and they turned on the player. But the player was not always delivering anything. He was always maximum around 25% delivering out of 100%. But because of the excitement came around it, and that's what they have affinity towards, that's what they could have understood, you know? Yeah, man. If Travis is being disrespectful, I can't do it anymore with Travis. I can't fight him. I can't. I try to give him as much grace as possible. You know. So if he's gonna be disrespectful, because we are here. Nobody disrespected any local player. You know, and I am from local, so I'm not into this unnecessary war. I'm just trying to find the best way how Jamaica team can look better. Damian Lowe played for Jamaica. Liam Bailey played for Jamaica. They were born in Jamaica, so they are local players, you know. So, I can't bother with the unnecessary attention, you know. All hype and no substance is what they like. Yeah, D right or white. I think that's the case. I think we just want, and that's why I said we can just try the JPL players. I mean, you know why I said try the JPL players? Because they play exactly like what the culture is. You understand me? Or whatever update the culture is, the same people in the culture will play exactly like it. They will play exactly like it. So I would agree with anybody that said just play the JPL players, and because you will get exactly what you want. You understand me? Because they know what you want. You understand me? They know what you want, and they will give you what you want. Is that going to translate on a big level? No, no. I think every game they're going to get 6 love. I think every game they're going to get 6 love, but they're going to look like what you want. And if that's what the people want, to give them what they want, you know? The sad thing is, because Jamaica have a diaspora, that's why we have this problem, you know? But for me, of course, if it's all JPL, I have no problem, you know? And JD, stop talk about specific players. No. I've used situations to show you how people reacted. Dwayne, clearly, Dwayne, your reasoning shallow, Dwayne. Your reason shallow. I've used references to show you how people think generally. And it's like everything will come out of my mouth, you can't comprehend. You just can't comprehend it, period. The man said I should not use specific players. Brother, Dwayne, we are in 2025, and I live in the real world. I live in the real world where I can speak freely. I never talked about, I just use Cephas. I never talked about Cephas. I used him as a reference. God damn. All right, people. I have 20 more minutes and I'm just done. Sometimes I think it explains why we can't go anywhere, people. I think it explains why we can't go anywhere at all. Yo, I think it explains why we can't go anywhere. Because we can't even talk about, we can't even make sense anymore. You know? Yo, brother, that's why I don't even come on here. Because some of you dudes are just different, man. My God, man. Just follow the conversation. If you don't understand what someone says, man, just tell me to repeat or something, man, or tell me to find different words where you can understand. Because I don't think you understood anything I've said for the whole stream. You just don't understand anything I've said for the whole stream. Yeah, Dawkins, that's why I don't come out. I just don't talk anymore because it just don't make any sense. You know? The man just don't understand nothing what I've said, you know. Yeah, man, me give up, man. Yeah, brother. Let me just read some comments and then me just go back on my yard, yeah, man, and just live my life. I'm just praying for Jamaica, you know. I'm just praying for Jamaica. Hope it does. Hope we get it right. And we're gonna get it right. If we can't even identify it, we can't even say anything, you know. God damn. Hold on, 29%. My battery dying. Richard Crawford, massive respect. Yeah, man. People, guys, just calm down with the blocking, because me see Michael Garden was timed out. Jesus God, man, what's going on here, man? Yo, why the man in my black people not go? Okay, my mic. Yeah. Sorry, people. I'm in the car and yeah. I never really wanted to do any video, people. Because I know it's not gonna reach anywhere, because at this point, I think that is the biggest problem with Jamaica football. It just doesn't want much sense in it, Yeah, that's the whole point. I think that is the answer, people. I think Jamaica football doesn't want to add any sense in it, and they just want to continue with the nonsense and the lack of education, the lack of everything, and just add sensationalism to it. And you know, I'm doing. You can't understand what I'm saying. If you can't comprehend something, you can't know if somebody have an agenda. So if your brains can't comprehend what I'm saying, because every time you talk and I've explained to you, you don't understand doing. So I think you just need to just learn more. Because you don't understand what I'm saying. Everybody else understand. Maybe other people will have a higher level of comprehension than yourself. If you want me to spell it out for you. Because you keep on a make up stories. I used a reference, an incident that took place. It happened. You can't rewrite it. You're not God. Jesus, God, man. And that is your last comment I will ever read on this channel. Because you're not making sense. You are literally not making sense. And you're so prideful, not making sense. And that's why people don't pay on the mind. Because sometimes people try help you. And the brains can't comprehend. Because you're too prideful. You're too prideful doing. And you have always been too prideful. You came on my stream and you never make no sense. I'm going to make you speak. You're too prideful, bro. If you don't know something, go and learn it, man. God damn, man. You're just here trying, what are you fighting about? What are you fighting about? It happened. The incident happened. Other people saw it. JD, yeah, I don't understand why the timeout today. I don't know what the timeout for. Yeah, it's a joke, man. But as I said, I'm not gonna do any longer. I'm gonna just leave it alone. And people, I did even should have done even some other videos, but for me, people, I'm not really happy to come on sometimes, because sometimes these people just have to just face reality the hard way and stay in them reality. You understand me? So I hope Jamaica played Panama the next 5 times. The next 5 times, Yes, but I'm saying Michael don't use bad words. Michael don't use bad words, and Michael was timed out. Yeah, Michael don't use bad words at all. So yeah, man, if you can't comprehend, and that's your compliment, no problem. You can stay in a cuckoo box and hope it work out for you in life. For me, I want to keep on learning. So I will listen to people and keep on learning. All my a part of the problem now, big man. You said I'm replied to, no, I just replied to the comment that is on my screen at the time, brother. All right, I replied to the comment on my screen at the time. A lot of people commenting, so if I catch 2 comments at the time, I will respond to it, brother. Just look at my face. I only can see 3 comments. You don't know, just ask me why I replied to those comments. It's 4 comments. Look, JD, he called Travis a b-boy. Okay, so I only can see 4 comments. That's the last 4. Then I can't see the last one that I've read. You understand me? So you can't say I'm just responding to negative comments. I only can see 4. And I was talking without responding to anybody, and you guys said I should respond to people in the stream. So you can't get it both ways. I'm just responding, and I don't really shy away from responding to comments. So if that person keep on commenting and he's in the 4, I will respond to it. So it's not me responding to only negatives. It's just what I can see. All right. So you don't know. You don't know. All right. Yes, you don't know. Yes, I'm very sorry, but because that man was in the actual comments them, so that's why. And I read out all of them at the same time. So I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry. All right. So the point, the order of the day, people, do JFF have WhatsApp contact? I don't know. I think they have WhatsApp groups that JD's people don't like this on other channels. I see them. They know you are highlight them to argue back. Okay. So you think they're doing it on purpose? Well, that means it's 4 of them doing it on purpose. And what can I say? What can I say? If it's 4 comments and I have to read one of them, I would just do so. I don't have to argue with them. I can just give them facts. Maybe just when them can't comprehend, I will just call it out. And we move on. I've moved on. Jamaica, Panama got people stressed. No, I don't think so. The lesson is don't answer. So, well, Douglas, that means if it's 4, I will just answer, and then they're gonna complain because look, when Travis comes in and say big up and he comments something, it moves, I never saw it. Right. I never saw it. Then he comments starting to curse out, said, oh I don't read his previous comments. You understand me? So it's hard for me to keep up when they kept commenting and they're in those 4. So sometimes it does become they are the ones having the 4 comments. So I have to respond. So I'm just hoping that you guys know that it's only 4 messages I'm seeing at a time. So that's the problem, all right? Rasta Gear, big up yourself. Thanks for being here. Massive respect, all right? I think, Jane, maybe you just don't listen to what I'm saying just a while ago, or you don't comprehend what I'm saying. Because that had nothing to do with confrontation. I said I just read the 4 comments. All right? All 4 at all times. And I read all of them throughout this video. Period. All right? Obviously, when I do answer, somebody that is upset or they can't comprehend, they're going to curse out for the rest of the stream. But I answered all 4 just the same. The other people, maybe I answered it and they got their answer. That's it. Oh, God. All right, so people. So can we make World Cup? It's going to be extremely hard as to what we said at first. It was not no soup. The soup was just typical Jamaican overconfidence and has no education put to nothing at all. That is just the truth. Because once we do things, we apply no education to nothing, just sensationalism. So the soup conversation was all bollocks. Jamaica was not no clear team over Curacao from day one. The last time Jamaica played Curacao beat Jamaica, period. All right? So we're not better than Curacao, are never cleared of Curacao, that we can just pick any team and beat them. So it was never a soup and never will be a soup. He's going to have to take preparation, education to go there and get the job done. Because if Curacao beats Jamaica, it's in Curaçao's hands to do their job. That is just the reality. So I think the game will come down. And Trinidad is not a waste team, because Trinidad, the one thing about Trinidad just love Jamaica. All right? So Trinidad will just beat Jamaica alone to make sure they don't make the World Cup as well. So that makes it a competitive group just the same. All right? Because Jamaica is not a team that clears Trinidad either. And Jamaica is not a team that clears Trinidad either. Every time Jamaica plays Trinidad, aside from the Gold Cup, when we won 4-1, that was the only time I saw that it was a separation in quality. Separation in quality. Every other time we played Trinidad in the last 5 years, it looks like the same. Either they are beating us or we are barely getting over Trinidad. So with that said, there is no soup. So when you hear the Jamaican sensationalism, you just say, all right, then it is what it is. I'm going to wait until the game. So don't set yourself up for failure. All right? That's the point. The soup, JD, we're the best team in the Concacaf. And it will just be JA 18 points. Still a soup. Well, Dirty Harry, I told you to change the name to Harry alone. Leave out the dirty thing. All right? Because maybe some of the dirt will clog up in our brain. All right? So when you don't get the 18 points, make sure you come back here and cry again. All right? Yes. Because I don't know how long it's going to take for people to beat sense on the head, to stop overhype things, all right? And stop set unrealistic expectations, all right? Yes. The facts are, we are no big team. We are just one of the good teams in Concacaf, and any given day, one of the teams them from 5 to 13 can beat Jamaica. As what I've said the other day, and you guys push back, any team from 5 to 13 can beat Jamaica on any given day with any squad Jamaica has. Because football doesn't revolve only around squads. It has a lot of things that plays into it. And we just talked about all of those things. So any team from 5 to, because surely below 5 can beat Jamaica more than how Jamaica can beat them. That is proven. So we're done with that part. Any team from 5th down to 13 can beat Jamaica any given day. Any given day. And I think it's more like 50-50. All right? For every team, go straight across. All right? Because we just saw a team outside that top 13 dominated Jamaica. And we had to rob them to get a point. All right? So that's what, Mr. People. Click me again. I've said it last week and you guys beat me. I'm going to say it this week again. Any team in the top 5 can beat Jamaica. So that makes it non-soup and we have to work hard. Just like every team in the top 5 to 13. So there's no soup, hard work, preparation, education to outclass other people because they're working hard as well. All right? Yes. JD, so basically, we no longer King of Caribbean. No, we're not King of which Caribbean. We just have some good players from England in the pool, and we have Liam Bailey, we have Damian Lowe, Blake, superstar Blake, and a few MLS other players playing. All right, yes. But we have to prepare like everybody else to win games. You don't just come out and win games because you can't out-talent. Jamaica have nobody on Jamaica team better than my boy and Trinidad team. Nobody at all. Levi Garcia is as good as everybody on Jamaica team. Jamaica have nobody better than Levi Garcia on our team. So that means Levi Garcia can do anything that Liam Bailey can do, if not more. He can do anything that Damara Gray can do, if not more. On any given day, just the same. And based on what I'm seeing, Levi Garcia is more consistent for his team than Liam Bailey as well. You understand me? So, any given day, any team can beat Jamaica, people. We just need to get real and stop the overhyping. Because overhyping can make we have different measures to everything. We can beat people wrongfully, and sometimes we can just set some expectations and that's not necessary. You understand me? So, if you look at it from that standpoint, I think we have less war in the space. If we just look at it from a reality standpoint, all right, we are going to have less vibes in the space if we just start the truth, all right? Yes, so just approach it that way, people, and then you stop stress out. If you just approach it from the way I approach it, you stop stress out, all right? Jamaica is a good team in CONCACAF, but not one of the big team them in CONCACAF, like the top 3. So any team we meet in the top 10, it's going to be hard-ass fight. Hell and powder house of points. Because the next team believe that they can beat Jamaica equally as though Jamaica think that they can beat them as well. All right, people? So just get real and just understand, say, that's how it is. All right? Because every one of them team in the top 10 have one good ball on them field. And they have a very much good core around them. They are a good coach. They are educated. So if you come here with a bunch of ballers and you're one big baller and he doesn't deliver, and you have no education on your bench, it kind of make up back for all the other things that the next team don't have, the extra talent that the team don't have. You understand me? So you're not going to win a lot of games, people. All right? 30% chance, 30% chance is fair. All right? 30% chance is fair, and you can't just out-bully people, all right? So take it easy, people. Don't stress out yourself. I am not stressing out myself. I'm perfectly happy. And people, I'm perfectly happy, all right? No, nobody fear Jamaica, and I think Jamaica should not fear anybody, and they should just work damn hard, all right? We should call for hard work from the team and stop hyping up the team. How big we are, because we ain't big. Everybody need to work hard, because we are just as good as everybody in the top 10. All right. And if we turn up and then give in there with less work, we're going to get beaten. And sometimes the beating will be very bad. All right. Listen, me dirty, we could have get more big players if we don't have no education. If we get this, keep this coach on the bench, dirty Harry, keep telling us that education no matter, we're gonna get beaten bad just the same. With Mason Greenwood on the field. Alright? So Mason Greenwood, Liam Bailey on the field, I'm gonna get beaten bad just the same. Click me here. Click me here, because we keep on teaching the things and it keep on happening. Even Mason Greenwood come and we still do foolishness and still talk foolishness, we're gonna get beaten bad just the same. Alright? We could have a front 25. We're gonna get beaten just the same. Mason Greenwood and Liam Bailey can't keep the ball. So that's why we need more players behind them. It no matter who we bring, we're gonna get beaten bad just the same. Because them can't keep the ball. They are forward players that work off what we create. We just try to look for something to brag about. So really and truly, I'm not even the team of the problem, you know. People I'm gonna end it here. A Jamaican people are the problem. A Jamaican people are the problem. The way we think is the problem. Because maybe the players them know that they are not better, far separate than these teams. But we are looking for supremacy more than just using education to figure out where we truly are. So Jamaican people are the problem. Jamaican people are the problem. I've just gotten it at the end of the video. That is the problem, people. And I'm going to end it right here. Jamaican people are the problem. Another player them, Jamaican people are the problem, people. Because I keep on talk to you, I want to keep on try find something else to brag about. And that's the problem. All right? Bye-bye.